classroom when she's sitting there trying to learn. When she's sitting there, because we observed, both my husband and I, sorry, he's at work, both my husband and I continuously observe the classroom. She's sitting there trying to do her work, but so focused on the kids running around. If you want our kids in the special needs to start learning to read, don't separate them when they're older, separate them when they're younger. I don't understand why my daughter has to be in a severe behavior when she's just severe learning. She wants to be with typical kids. She wants to communicate with other kids. But you guys, it's one extreme to the other. And I think it's very important because I know someday she'll be able to read. She can read basic words. Math, who knows? I'm not even good at math. But I just see where the district is, she's this or she's this. There's nothing in between. There's no teachers that's just moderate. So I appreciate you guys letting me speak, and I hope to be here more often. I'm not trying to fight against you guys. I'm just trying to understand why my daughter has to be placed in a severe, or she has to be basically normal, and she's not. So do I have to say my name? Do I have to give you my name or anything? Oh, you don't have to? Okay. I don't care. You guys have 18 more years with me, so. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Other comments?
All right. Well, I'll tell you my name, which you already know, I'm Peter Atwood. Following up on her comments, what this lady described is a consequence of the priorities of all educational institutions, pretty much all institutions, and that is, number one is administrative convenience. And that's just a reality. And number two is the budget, but the budget is other people's money, whereas administrative convenience is the convenience of those who are actually doing things. So administrative convenience, I understand, is a great deal more important, even than the budget. And then public relations. One goes to any district website and it's all unicorns and daisies. Everything is just wonderful. Because public relations, how you look, is what counts for most. And these are the three things that drive everything. I'm not trying to change that today. I just know that that is the way it is. It's been that way since Pontius Pilate put Jesus to death because that was the convenient thing to do. That's how the world works. I'm an old guy. I'm 68 years old. I know that that's how the world is going to keep right on working, and I'm not even mad about it. However, it's true that any of you here that got into this business because you wanted to do something for kids, I hope you remember that and at least swim against that current sometimes. The current's going to be there. I'm not going to tell you it can be changed. But at least you can swim against the current sometimes. Now, what these realities lead me, when I want something done for kids, to run into these conflicting priorities. And so what happens is a lot of times I end up fighting with school districts and with the SELPA and so forth. And it's not because I like fighting with you guys, because I am old, I am slow, I am fat, and I'm tired. So if it can be done without fighting, I'm good. But the fact is, an awful lot of the time, that's what's required. And what I'm appealing to you to consider is, if you'll give the kid what the kid needs, it's less work, it's less trouble, it's less pain for you guys. It's more administratively convenient to provide reasonable services to a kid than to find a way to deny him and play keep away and make me have to find a way to thwart you. It's more administratively convenient to get along with me. Now, because I'm lazy, if I got a chance to make you able to get along with me without burdening you over much, I will. I'm not interested in fighting with you guys because I want to do extra work. I will fight with you guys because you make me. If you'll work with me so that the kid can get a reasonable, his needs reasonably met, I'll find a way to make you happy to do that. I'll find a way, if I can, to save you some money. Because the district's money is a terrible thing to waste. It's one of the reasons I don't wish the districts wouldn't give the money to the SELPA, because it mostly goes in the toilet, for lawyers and whatnot, as Rita was discussing. But the district's money is a terrible thing to waste. I don't want services for a kid. You spend $20,000 on these or those services and not much happens. I don't like that for a lot of reasons. One of them, the next time I want money, you're going to say, Atwood, the last time I gave you money, nothing happened. I'd much rather have you say, Atwood, I don't like you, but I remember the last time we gave you money, at least something happened. So, all right, I'll give you some more. that's the way I'd rather have you feel. So I'm interested, when I want something for a kid, I want something that's going to work and it's going to make you happier in the long run. And I don't mind you looking good if you behave decently. You don't have to behave decently because you like me or the kid or anything else. If you behave decently, I'm happy. So I'm not the only one who feels this way. There are other advocates out there. There are attorneys out there who would be delighted to get things done with less work and with less fighting and with less pressure. I see all of this whining about how there's not enough money for SPED, but when you consider the effort, the energy that you put into playing keep away, to providing kids ineffective, useless stuff rather than what they need, it's just stupendous. How much money, how much energy is wasted playing keep away and denying kids what they need. So I'm suggesting that you indulge yourselves, as I do, in being lazy, doing a little less work, and doing it the easy way when it's better for the kid. Do think about it, because I don't want to fight with you guys and be difficult if I don't have to be. I will if you make me. If you want to hurt the kid, my job is to thwart you. I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather just work and get things done for the kid.
Thank you for those comments. That will, any other comments? Okay, that will close out our public hearing. We still have a few minutes, a couple minutes before 9:30, and so in 2 minutes we'll start our regular meeting. And again, that will close out our public hearing. Thank you, public, for the comments, and we'll take a 2-minute break.
I'm not worried about that.
It's a couple of long days, but yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, again, good morning, everyone. We're at that time to begin our Superintendent's Council meeting for May 17th for the West End Special Education Local Plan Area. On the agenda, our first item is administrative items. And so we'll begin with item number 1, which is to accept the agenda for May 17th. Do we have a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
It's moved by Jim. Second. Janet, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. So the agenda has been accepted. We'll move into item A2, which is the SELPA Administrator's Report. And Susan.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to close out this year with all the activities that we've been doing in the recent month and a half, I think. It's been a really busy time for you and for us as we've celebrated so many people. So, first of all, if you could just go back. This picture here is last week on Tuesday when Sharon and I met with Pete Aguilar. And as you know, Pete Aguilar is our representative who lives in the Redlands area, who is in Washington, D.C. And we had a wonderful chat with him. You would have been so proud to hear Sharon tell her compelling story and equate it to the dilemma we have with encroachment and the needs in both special and general ed. So that was great, and he even shared his own personal story related to some matters related to special ed. We found that time and again as we spoke to the legislators, they would open it and tell us their own personal stories so they truly understood. Now we'll go ahead and go to the next slide. Well, I first of all want to thank so many of you for coming, and I'm sure you all would have been there if you could, to our art and writing ceremony on April 23rd. The theme was Amazing Me, and I think we had some pretty amazing kids that performed that night. So here you see our superintendents that were up on the stage shaking the hands of each group as they came forward. And we had this amazing boy from Mountain View that read his I'm a Super Kid essay, which everybody was just delighted by that. And then we have Sharon Nolt's daughters, Dana and Brenna, who performed the song Popular from Wicked. And as we speak today, they're in Indiana because Brenna is competing in the nationals for gymnastics, and we'll get a rating. She's first in the state. And what an awesome family. There's so many neat things going on for both daughters. And then this was a high school group that danced. They were the ones, I believe, who did The Princess and the Pea last year, and then this year they did a medley of princess songs from Disney. And then we had this young woman who is blind and plays Bach on the keyboard. That was fascinating too. And then just again, our superintendents. I love that picture where you're all surrounding our superintendent. So it was an amazing evening, and thank you again for all of your participation. Then on May 1, Sharon and I went to Sacramento. It was her fifth annual trip to be there for Legislative Information Sharing Day. And Tony Thurmond was there in the morning meeting when we all get to hear what's happening and when we honor a legislator. And so they weren't sure he was going to get there, but at the last minute he was. So people were lining up to get a picture. So I said, Sharon, get a picture with the new state superintendent of public instruction. And then we met with Mike Morrell, and he always likes to take you down to the chambers to get a picture. And so we shared with him all about AB 428 and the other issues with the budget. And then we met with Eloise Gomez-Reyes, who actually is a co-author on AB 428. And then every year we take our annual picture with the mayor, but this year it was in front of Governor Newsom's office, not Governor Brown. So we also met with Anthony Portantino, and he has authored a bill on for preschool for special ed, and Connie Leva. And yesterday I wrote to thank and to send a copy of our newsletter, and you have a copy of our newsletter with you. The legislators in Sacramento and Washington, D.C., and Connie already wrote back to me and said that their budget committee was taking and opposed to the way the governor has written the language in the budget for special ed, because as you know, only 2 of our districts would qualify for any of it, and you could only use the supplement programs, not to use the encroachment version that you have now. So again, they were all very interested in sharing the story and just gracious. And while I was gone, we had our annual celebration event, and I had pre-recorded a report to all of you, and somebody reported back to me when it was stated that I was in Washington, everybody was clapping, so I was glad to hear that. So El Paloma, Central, Chaffee, and Chino, these are their honorees, and we're so glad that every year you really respond and want to honor your staff that do such a fabulous job for kids. Cucamonga, Etowanda, Mountain View, SPCSS, and Uphill. And I want to thank again James Moore for hosting the art and writing, and Janet for hosting the celebration. And we are so pleased that every year you add to the program with a fabulous sound of your students. And instead we have you here addressing everybody, and you can see it's such a large crowd. So we look forward to doing that again. And then Sacramento, we each put in 20,000 steps a day. We made use of every moment, night and day that we had. And so you can see, we took a picture here at the steps of the Supreme Court and at the state capitol. And then we had, as a group, 40 appointments with legislators. Sharon and I held 12. And even the ones where they hadn't made an appointment, but we could just drop off the information, their staff actually took time to talk to us when we showed up. We were pleased. So these are just a few of the legislators that we've met with. And we have been teasing Sharon, you know you've got to do a May report, and as I told you, she's in Indiana today. So in a few minutes, you'll get to hear Sharon reporting to you from the steps at the Capitol on Zoom. Just a few things about compliance measures. Next month, although it's not approved entirely, the local plan committee, which is me and Laura Gonzalez from Yuba County, are supposed to share the final template that we think will be approved by the State Board of Education with the members. So this will be the first time that the state self-movers have actually seen the new local plan template. We still hear it's to be approved by July 1, and that SELPAs across the state will have till July 1 of next year to have it approved by the county and approved by the local governance, which in our case would be the Superintendent's Council. Also, 7 of our districts have been involved in program indicator review. That means they were non-compliant in one of the 14 indicators. And so all seven met the due date for an assurances form they had to turn in. And then they have till June 30th to get their plan to me. And then I will get it to the CDE by July 30th after I read all of them. They do require self-participation, so many of your districts have asked our program specialists to participate in that process. And then we had a data identified non-compliant review, or DINC, and this Monday we had to upload the final case list report, and I'm pleased to share with you that it was submitted with 0 errors, and Karen has taken on a new job because of Michelle's absence. She's had to learn all these case lists and actually upload the report. So I want to thank her for all that extra work too. And then disproportionality. We were told at state SELPA last month that disproportionality notifications will come out in August. And as you recall, if you have students of one ethnicity or one disability in comparison to the proportion in your general population, and you're considered disproportionate, if you're out 3 years in a row, then you're significantly disproportionate, and you have to set aside 15% of your federal money to work on that. So when they come out, there'll be 30 days for student reviews on the students that they find to be the reason they did disproportionate, 60 days for policy and procedure review. I will complete that on behalf of the districts and send it out to them. The completion date is October 30th. The CDE has an e-learning module. They're developed with qualitative reviews. They don't have the review process finalized yet. A self-study will replace the former file review, and it will include the policy and procedure review. Questions can be sent here, and I have sent handouts to the directors from what we were given last month. Then there'll be a prompt 2, and the timeline will be, so when you run the report, if you're not all clean at that point, community of practice by September 5, self-study to the CDU October 30th, and there's an e-learning module